Mason Pot fam. Today we're talking CBD, cannabidiol, and I just want to do a quick breakdown because I've had some questions. CBD, cannabidiol, is the non-psychoactive component of the cannabis plant, whereas you have THC, tetrahydrocannabinol, is a psychoactive component that gets people high. Sure, there's hundreds of other cannabinoids within that mix, but just using this is a little tool today. And without getting too scientific, I want to break down kind of how it works internally. I don't know if you knew this, but everybody has an endocannabinoid system in their body, ECS, a lot of people call it for short. When I learned this years ago, it blew my mind. I'm like, we all have this system in us that's ready for cannabinoids. How are we not utilizing this more? How did I not learn about this shit? Oh yeah, weed's a fucking stigma. But anyway, without going on that fucking rant, we have these CB1 and CB2 receptors in our brain. Now, cannabinoids like THC and other cannabinoids bind to them. Now, CBD is known to bind to other non-cannabinoid receptors. So CBD has these other effects, not being psychoactive. It's really good for like reducing nausea, inflammation, pain, seizures is a huge one. I used to work for a company. We got a super cool email. The mom was giving the kids CBD, helped so much with the seizures. So there's a lot of these medicinal aspects within CBD that I find super interesting. And to be real with you, I need to keep diving in more. It's such a fascinating subject. And there's other ways to use it too. People will, like if they're really high, sometimes when I was working some of these events, I would give them a little CBD shot, would help taper them down. THC and CBD, just like a lot of the other cannabinoids, work synergistically as part of that entourage effect. But again, I don't want to digress. We're talking just CBD here. So you might be saying, will it get me high? It depends. It depends on you. But in general, if it's just straight CBD oil, it won't get you high if it's broad spectrum. Even if it's full spectrum, it still most likely won't get you high. Now, if you're smoking a CBD flower or even infusing with a CBD flower, there is a slight chance that you will get some THC inherently in there. It shouldn't be anything really to get you that high, but I just like to preface that to let people know. I had a buddy smoking a CBD joint the other day and he said he got really high. Then I looked at the COA and I was like, oh, there is that small percentage of THC in there. And I showed him that. He's like, oh, that makes sense. He's like, it was still a good experience, but a lot of people don't expect that smoking a CBD joint. And I think that was super interesting and just kind of good feedback. And it inspired me actually to make this video today. And I also want to talk about some not necessarily misconceptions, but just kind of, maybe how to take it, how to consume it. Because a lot of people will just do a tincture CBD or take a soft gel or gummy and they think it's gonna work instantly. I like to compare CBD to a multivitamin. You need to take it consistently every day for at least a couple weeks to a month to really start noticing these effects. I alluded to earlier, people can see instant effects in terms of reducing anxiety and stuff like that. But to see the long-term health benefits of the nausea, the inflammation, anxiety in general, and other just health benefits of the body processes, because it will help your body switch on and turn on different levels of your body. CBD reacts in your system to create kind of a new biology within you. And again, I'm no scientist. I just like to geek out on this shit. And I do sell CBD shit. So I like to tell people oh, I didn't get high off that. I'll be like, yeah, you're not supposed to. And also, how long are you taking it? Oh, I take it, a couple of weeks. I'm like, no, dude, you need to take this really every day to get the full medicinal benefits. Sure, there's some short-term benefits that I alluded to, but really, in order to get those full long-term benefits, you need to take it consistently, just like a multivitamin. And that being said, I feel like there's a huge push, as you guys probably seen in the past 5-10 years, with CBD everywhere. Just as in anything, everything is not created equal, especially in the world of CBD and how some of this is being processed. So just be careful where you're getting it. Double check. If you can, go on the website, look at a COA, because everything is not created equal in this world, especially when you start diving into the hemp space. And if you want some more resources on that, I'm happy to do more videos on that. And I hope I, got this all for you here. This was kind of just off the cuff, like I do some videos. I like to plan some stuff out, but my buddy inspired me when he got a little stone from his CBDJ. And I was like, fuck it. Let me do a CBD cannabidiol breakdown and kind of how it works, my thoughts. And with that, I'll end it with this. Do I take CBD? Just with my THC when I'm smoking it or making edibles. But I do want to take some more soft gels. I do want to incorporate it in my life a little more because, to be 100% honest with you, I've never gone 30 days taking just a straight CBD tincture or soft gel or gummy every day. So it would be an interesting experiment. And you guys right now motivated me to do that. I'll come back at you after I do that 30-day experiment. So thank you. Thank you for joining the fam, and I hope to see you guys soon.